The wife of one of Fox News's most popular hosts wasn't just a figure behind the scenes, she is a powerhouse in the world of fashion with a story few know. Greg Gutfeld's wife is far more than just married to a celebrity. Her own achievements and distinct style have quietly turned heads in elite circles. Beyond Hollywood glamour or tabloid fodder, this couple's partnership spans nearly 2 decades, blending mystery and artistry in ways that will catch you off guard. Are you ready to discover the woman who has captivated one of TV's sharpest commentators and carved her own influential path? The hidden star behind Greg Gutfeld. Behind the scenes of one of Fox News's most recognizable personalities lies a figure who has carefully crafted her own narrative, a story seldom told but deserving of attention. Elena Moussa, often spelled Elena Moussa, is more than just the wife of television host Greg Gutfeld. She is a distinguished force in the fashion industry who operates largely out of the public eye. Her presence defies expectations because while her husband thrives in the spotlight, especially as Gutfeld continues to dominate late-night ratings in 2026, beating Colbert and Fallon in key demos, she maintains an intriguing blend of prominence and privacy. This delicate balance has led many to overlook just how accomplished she truly is. Elena's life is wrapped in a layer of mystery because she values discretion, rarely exposing her personal world to social media or public commentary. Yet those who follow fashion closely recognize her name and work, especially within selective elite circles where her influence quietly shapes trends. Rather than seeking the loud applause of celebrity culture, she crafts her impact with precision and style. This makes her all the more compelling, someone who prefers to lead through quiet excellence rather than headline moments. What really sets her apart is how her story intertwines with Greg Gutfeld's successful media career, yet follows a very different trajectory. His world is about sharp commentary, satirical monologues, and bold television presence, especially following his recent 2025 contract extension with Fox News, reportedly worth 8 figures. Hers orbits around creative vision and artistic expression. Together, they create a partnership where contrasting yet complementary strengths thrive. However, the key details behind Elena's career and their relationship have been carefully guarded, leaving many curious to learn more. From Russia with Style, Elena's early career. Elena Moussa's journey began far from the American spotlight. Born in Russia, she started as a model, which provided her with an intimate understanding of the fashion industry, the poise, the visual storytelling, and the discipline where every detail contributes to a bigger artistic vision. These early years were formative in shaping her aesthetic sensibilities and professional mindset. Her transition from modeling to a career in fashion styling and journalism marked a significant turning point. After stepping away from the runway, she became a photo editor for Maxim Russia, a respected fashion publication. This role allowed Elena to pivot from being in front of the camera to shaping the imagery behind it. Her work as a photo editor sharpened her eye for composition and storytelling through visuals, skills she would carry forward into her styling career. It was a move that demonstrated her ability to adapt and evolve within the competitive fashion world. The shift into styling was a natural extension of her interests but required a different set of skills, creativity blended with strategic thinking. She learned how to curate looks that not only appeared striking but also communicated mood, narrative, and identity. Elena's modeling background gave her unique insight into how garments interact with movement and personality, a perspective that enhanced her styling approach. These experiences shaped her as someone who sees fashion as an art form, not just clothes on a hanger. Building a global fashion reputation. Elena Moussa's styling talents soon gained recognition beyond Russia, propelling her into international fashion circles. Her contributions to a range of respected fashion magazines elevated her profile and demonstrated her adaptability across diverse markets. This cross-cultural appeal speaks to a deep understanding of universal aesthetics combined with localized sensibility, a rare skill that marks truly influential stylists. Among her notable achievements was styling the August 2015 cover of L'Officiel Arabia, a prestigious publication with wide influence in the Middle East. Securing such a cover role signals a high level of trust in her ability to produce compelling and market-appropriate looks. It also illustrates her growing reputation in regions far from her original base. This accomplishment speaks volumes about her versatility and polish in executing fashion narratives that resonate across cultures. Her impact extended into Europe as well, with her work featured on the Paris edition of L'Officiel in 2014. Being a stylist in one of fashion's capital cities is no small feat, especially for a figure initially emerging from Eastern Europe. Paris is often seen as the proving ground for talent, and Elena's presence there reinforces her standing as a stylist of global repute. It highlights her capacity to meet the demands of one of the industry's most discerning audiences. Beyond Europe and the Middle East, Elena's talent blossomed in Asia-Pacific markets, too. She contributed styling to an editorial titled Rustic Femininity for the South China Morning Post magazine in 2015, showcasing her ability to blend themes creatively and appeal to different cultural aesthetics. Her editorial work also includes contributions to Harper's Bazaar Mexico in 2014, one of the most respected titles in the Americas. By succeeding in these roles, she demonstrated that her skills could thrive in multiple contexts, further solidifying her international footprint. In a 2025 retrospective interview with Vogue Russia, marking the magazine's 25th anniversary, industry insiders cited Elena as one of the unsung heroes of post-Soviet fashion export, a rare public acknowledgement of her quiet influence. The Moussa Project, Entrepreneurial Vision. Elena Moussa's creative journey took a decisive turn in 2011 when she launched the Moussa Project, a design company that reflected both her aesthetic sensibility and entrepreneurial spirit. This venture allowed her not only to express her vision more freely but also to marry artistic creativity with business strategy. It marked a bold step for someone who had already gained significant acclaim as a stylist, signaling a willingness to push beyond traditional boundaries and chart her own course. The Moussa Project embodies her commitment to innovation and the elevation of design as an immersive, multidimensional experience. Owning a business offered her the autonomy to develop unique projects that blur the lines between styling, design, and storytelling. This space became a playground for experimentation where she could explore new materials, forms, and concepts. The Moussa Project didn't just build on her previous successes, it introduced a fresh chapter defined by leadership and creative boldness. Her entrepreneurial effort demonstrates her resilience, which serves as one of her core character strengths. Transitioning from a stylist to a business founder is no small feat, especially in an industry where market demands can be unpredictable. Elena had to take on new responsibilities, including operational tasks and marketing her business vision. The Moussa Project exists as her personal expression, but it also provides a space for her to collaborate with photographers, models, and fellow creatives, often working with individuals who share her cultural background or artistic values. As of early 2026, the Moussa Project has been quietly expanding into sustainable fashion consulting, aligning with the industry's growing emphasis on eco-conscious design. While Elena has not given interviews about this shift, her professional website was quietly updated to reflect circular fashion strategies as a core service, a move that fashion trade publications have noted as characteristically understated yet forward-thinking. The love story, how they met. The love story of Greg Gutfeld and Elena Moussa feels almost cinematic from the very beginning. Their paths crossed in 2004 during a Maxim conference where editors from around the world gathered. They were assigned neighboring hotel rooms. That small detail became the starting point of something much bigger. Greg was instantly drawn to Elena, describing his attraction as immediate and undeniable. But the connection didn't unfold easily. Elena, focused on her work and naturally private, kept her distance at first. As a photo editor for Maxim Russia, she wasn't quick to open up. Greg, however, didn't rush or force anything. Instead, he stayed patient and consistent, allowing the connection to build naturally. Over several days, that quiet persistence began to shift things. What started as hesitation slowly turned into curiosity, and then something deeper. Their first date marked a turning point. Not long after, Elena made a bold decision that would define their relationship. She chose to move to London to be with Greg. It wasn't a small step. It meant leaving behind familiarity for something uncertain, guided only by trust in what they were building. That choice set the tone for their partnership, one rooted in risk, commitment, and belief in each other. Just 5 months after they met, the two were married in a civil ceremony in New York. It was simple, private, and intentional. No spectacle, just a clear decision to build a life together. The speed of it might seem surprising, but for them, it reflected certainty rather than impulse. A private partnership in a public world. Despite Greg's rising fame, especially after Gutfeld became the highest-rated late-night show on television, a crown it continues to hold in 2026, the couple has maintained an extraordinary level of privacy. Elena's cautious use of social media highlights a thoughtful boundary setting uncommon among those with public careers. Her accounts focus primarily on professional interests like fashion and interior design, offering fans a taste of her artistic voice without exposing intimate aspects of her private life. Greg Gutfeld, while more active online, mirrors this protective stance by sharing only selective, often lighthearted moments involving his wife. His posts range from heartfelt tributes on birthdays and Mother's Day to playful photos with their French bulldog, Gus. In a rare moment of personal reflection during a 2025 episode of The Five, which went viral on social media, Gutfeld mentioned that Elena keeps him sane and that their nearly 2 decades of marriage has been the only thing that's made any real sense. The couple's home life in New York City further nurtures their desire for privacy while supporting a creative lifestyle. They have established a private sanctuary in their busy urban environment, which enables them to maintain their friendship while having time to themselves. Their French bulldog, Gus, brings an adorable quality to their existence that makes them more relatable. Through their shared love for their pet, they find happiness, which helps them stay connected to their daily life outside of work. Why her story matters now. In an era where celebrity spouses are often reduced to Instagram tags and red carpet appearances, Elena Moussa stands as a counterpoint. She has built a legitimate international career in fashion, one that spans 3 continents, multiple languages, and a decade of editorial work. She is not a housewife of a host or a former model trading on past glory. She is a creative director, a stylist, an entrepreneur, and a woman who has intentionally chosen to let her work speak for itself. As of spring 2026, Elena has been quietly linked to a new capsule collection with a sustainable Russian-British label, though no official announcement has been made. Fashion insiders speculate that she is preparing for a rare public appearance at Moscow Fashion Week later this year, which would be her first major industry event since before the pandemic. Greg Gutfeld, for his part, continues to mention his wife with obvious affection and respect. During his February 2026 interview with Variety, tied to the 10th anniversary of Gutfeld, he was asked about their relationship's longevity. His answer was characteristically wry but sincere: "I married up. Way up. And I'm smart enough to never forget it." Final thoughts. Greg Gutfeld and Elena Moussa show us a powerful blend of creativity, love, and privacy rarely seen in the public eye. From her impressive fashion career to their enduring partnership, their story invites admiration and curiosity. She is not a backdrop to his success, she is a parallel force, accomplished, elegant, and deliberately unseen. The next time you watch Gutfeld and hear him make a joke about the wife, remember, he's talking about a woman who has styled covers for Harper's Bazaar, built her own design company, and chosen a life of quiet mastery over loud fame. That is why you should try not to gasp when you see Greg Gutfeld's wife. Because once you know her story, you'll realize she's been running her own show all along. If you enjoyed this glimpse into their lives, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating insights. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.